Hello guys, Ragnarok Hybrid Revived here. This is the latest rendition of shit Ragnarok Hybrid says he doesn't care about, but obviously he cares a little bit because he's making a video about it. This one has to do with Naruto, Boruto, Shinobi Strikers, or whatever it's called. These games always have the most ridiculous names. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. What the fuck? What kind of name is that? Anyway, yeah, I've really been trying to get interested in this game. I played the demo, and I just cannot, for the life of me, justify spending any amount of money on this game. Not because I think there are bad business practices or anything like that, not like the Naruto Storm games. I just don't care. After the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 release, I was looking for anything different. Storm 4 was buggy, the matchmaking was bad, the battles and mechanics were inconsistent at best, and the game just didn't feel fun to play. Sometimes, on very rare occasions, you could get into a good match and get everything going, and it's really flashy, and the flair is good, and the animations are amazing, and it makes you feel like, wow, I really like this. This is a fun and crazy good-looking experience. But like actually 85% of the time, the game is not running well, something is going wrong, some glitch is occurring somewhere on the screen, and probably occurring so fast and so subtly that you don't even realize it's happening, but you know that something's off. It was clear since Storm 2 onwards that they were getting increasingly lazy with the series. There was a new game every year with minor adjustments, and then they started pulling shit where they would reveal clothing and characters and then hold it back in the next game, even though you already bought it in the previous game. Bugs and issues with the mechanics that existed from Storm 2 were still not addressed or patched or fixed in any sort of way. There are characters with bullshit combos that were taken out of one game and then put in the next one as if nothing happened, as if they were perfectly fine, perfectly balanced. But still, there's something about the way the game is presented and the way the animations are so flashy and so good looking that it makes you want to play Naruto Storm 4, even to this day. Oh yeah, by the way, I shouldn't be speaking in the past tense because I have been playing Naruto Storm 4, and a lot of these same bugs still exist. But anyway, this video is about Shinobi Strikers. Now, at first, I hadn't played Shinobi Strikers. I'd only played the demo, and I was going to write it off as a bland, sort of boring chore of a game to play with no storyline and customization that feels more fan servicey than anything else. Now that I've played the game for 2 hours, I'm going to say that it is all of that I said. So here is my plan. Go in, try to unlock Gaara from the get-go, and then play a few online matches. Now the first thing I notice is that there is a slight delay to everything you do in the game, and it's the most annoying thing. Now this is sounding like a nitpick, I'm sure, but I guarantee you, maybe it's exacerbated by the fact that I was trying to play the game in just 2 hours, but I tell you, after every single menu, there's at least like a 2-second delay between you canceling out of the menu and it going to the next thing, and it feels so clunky and unresponsive. Like, just let me get to the shit I want to do. Sometimes I end up backing into a menu or going into a different menu by accident just because it's so unresponsive. It reminds me of when you do matchmaking in Naruto Storm 4 and you don't get into a match, you have to sit through 2 separate text boxes for like 5 seconds each, and it's the most annoying thing. It's like, I'm already waiting to get into a match, and I already failed to get into a match. I want to back out and try to search for a new match as quickly as possible, but nope. You gotta sit through these text boxes because your time is not valued. Speaking of matchmaking, the matchmaking in this game is bad as well. What the game will do is it'll put you in a group and then search for players while you're in that group, but you can't do anything else while you're searching for a match. So what's the point of having the hub world in the first place? And then second of all, sometimes it's just faster to back out of the group that you're in to search for a new match, because for some reason the game won't just put you in a group that's already almost done matching. It took a really long time to search for matches for some of these games. Like, I'm talking about minutes at a time, and for someone who only had about 2 hours to play the game, that's a lot of time being eaten out of my 2 hours. The game doesn't have a storyline. Instead, it has a bunch of missions you can undertake. D-rank missions, C-rank missions. I don't know if it goes up any higher. I'm assuming it goes all the way to S rank and maybe even S plus rank or some shit like that. But that's the storyline. You just go into these missions. You see a little cutscene at the beginning, which you cannot skip at all.
The manuscript pages are all in the village.
And then after the cutscene, there will be even more dialogue between the characters that doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. There's no plot. There's just, oh, Kakashi, can you find my Makeout Paradise magazines that are hidden around everywhere? Thanks. Now I'm just going to take up a couple more seconds of your time. Oh, you found the magazine. Now let me move from this spot to this spot. Oh, you found me there. Let me move from this spot to this other spot. I'm making it sound more interesting than it is. It's not hide and seek by any stretch of the imagination. You know where Kakashi is. You just have to literally run from one place to another place. Is this compelling gameplay? Looking for a bunch of things on a map? Thankfully the missions get better than that, with a lot more fighting, which is what the core of the game is, really. Unlockables seem to be randomized in this tiered system where you get scrolls, and the more rare the scrolls are, or rather the more valuable the scrolls are, the more likely you are to get more rare equipment or something like that. That's what it seems like anyway. I didn't do any extensive testing. It seems like you can get duplicates in the system, which I just hate. I hate when they have randomized unlockables that you can get duplicates in. It's just a way to illegitimately manufacture a sense of rarity and a sense of value to these items, because you can get the same ones over and over again rather than just unlocking a new item every time you get a scroll. I understand that the opposite system means that you run out of unlockables really fast, but that just means make more unlockables for your game, goddammit. And also, this game does the dumb shit that I hate, where it's like each costume that you unlock has a set coloring to it, and you can't change the color of it manually. You have to unlock the specific color that you want, which is some bullshit. Just let me change the color of my clothing, for goodness sake. Especially since this game prides itself on you being able to customize your ninja, which, by the way, I didn't like it. I don't know what I expected going into this game. I know what I wanted. I wanted a really deep and involved character customization system where you could change the height of your character, your hairstyle, tweak a bunch of different things, something along the lines of Soul Calibur. Even the NBA 2K character customization system is somehow more deep than this one. I was expecting sliders and a whole bunch of other shit, like the ability to place tattoos on specific parts of your body and shit. But this system just feels more like I'm cosplaying. It's better than the Naruto Revolution system, where you're just putting random accessories on an already default character, but at the same time, it feels really fake and vapid in this game, in Shinobi Strikers. Couple that with the fact that there's no storyline for your created character, there's just a bunch of random ass missions, and the game is really just focused on this online mode. It just makes it all seem not very worthwhile, not very deep, not worth my emotional investment, or my monetary investment for that matter. I get it. I get it that Dragon Ball Xenoverse came out and that was very popular, but Dragon Ball Xenoverse had a storyline. It had an actual storyline for your created character, in which your created character was a very important part of that story. I think I was sort of expecting with this game that your created character maybe not having a full-on RPG with branching paths and stuff like that, but at least something where your RPG character was important and got to meet the OG Naruto characters and play through that story as if they were part of it. You know, something along the lines of Xenoverse, even if it wasn't the same exact thing. When you start off the game, you get to choose which village you're from, the Leaf Village, Sand Village, etc., etc. And you can choose a character who you want to be your mentor. I was expecting that, depending on which village you chose, different characters would be unlocked from the get-go. So I was hoping if I chose Hidden Sand, I would already have Gaara available to mentor me from the beginning, and I would have different abilities to match that I started in the Sand Village. No, instead, it's still the same default Leaf Village characters you would expect that are unlocked from the beginning. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, and Yamato. Actually, no, I think you have to unlock Kakashi separately. And then everyone else you have to unlock in a set way, no matter what village you chose in the beginning. So I would hate to be someone who really wants to be mentored by, like, Killer Bee or fucking Pain or someone. And again, even though you choose a character as your mentor, it's not like you get any special voice lines or anything that make you feel like you're really attached to this mentor. It's just an icon. You just choose an icon, and when you level them up, you unlock their abilities, and that's it. Unfortunately, I didn't play long enough to get to use Gaara's abilities with my character, although I did get to play as Gaara. That was kind of cool. The battle mechanics are interesting, although it feels like a lot of times battles just boil down to who can jump and spam the most jutsu with reckless abandon. Which is, to be fair, how Xenoverse was. It's kind of how it plays in a game like this. I don't like when games put in a class-based system just cuz. I'm so sick of these class-based systems in every fucking online game. It's like, why? Why? All it does is restrict the amount of gear and weapons and stuff that I can use. I was hoping to have a ranged character that could use a sword, but I can't. I have to use the fighting style for that ranged character. It's like, why not just leave it open and let me mix and match the jutsu the way I fucking want to? I guess it's to make it more competitive, and I think that's what it boils down to. I think that's what Metal Gear Online 3 was trying to do as well. They wanted to make it a competitive esports type thing. I don't really like the art style either. It reminds me of that old PS2 Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles game.
Kid, drop the goods and go.
In your dreams, jerk!
Oh, you're a spirited kid. So it was a cinch, wasn't it?
Sure. After all, I'm the guy who's gonna be Hokage someday.
I feel like what the Naruto Storm series had in flair and animation quality and attention to detail, this game lacks. Some of the combo animations seem alright, but they're happening so fast that you can't even appreciate them. And really, the game just seems sort of half-baked when you look at some of the really cool animations that were in Naruto Storm 4. Some of the ultimate jutsu in that game were fucking delicious to behold. Then you look at this game, Shinobi Strikers, and it's just a fucking clusterfuck of fireballs and fucking green auras everywhere, and you can't even really appreciate anything that's happening on the screen. It feels really cool to charge up your jutsu and jump and shoot a fireball. I think that's the sort of feeling they were going for, and I like that, but that can't carry me throughout my entire experience of the game, unfortunately. The boss battles with the big monsters are alright. Again, they're just spam fests, and I guess you can see some kind of team play going on there. Like, I would specifically choose to be a healer because no one else fucking wanted to be a healer. But then it just boils down to go to the monster, spam a bunch of shit, wait for them to teleport to a completely different location for no reason, chase them down, and then rinse and repeat. I just think that it's not worth your time. Don't pay $60 for it. Don't pay $50 like I did for it. Wait for a sale, maybe a couple months from now, if not a year from now, and then maybe it'll be worth your time and money. But as it stands now, definitely not. Just pass on this game. I don't think it's bad, nor do I think it's uninspired. I think there was a team behind this that really tried to make something good and flashy, something in the vein of Xenoverse that people really liked. But I just think it doesn't do anything particularly impressive. It doesn't deliver on the create your own ninja, be a shinobi promise. It just feels a little cosplay-y, and it feels a little half-baked. I'm going to give this game a 75 out of 2. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Whatever. Peace out, bitches.
Oh, hey there. I've heard about